So Stephanie just went on a subs only not too long ago, and guess what? There is trouble in paradise. What are we gonna do? She put everything out there, okay? And she came out and she said she doesn't care.
Okay. Look, I get tired of people acting like I don't see what's dysfunctional between me and Drew when I'm the one living it. Like, literally, day by day, I ask myself, like, is this shit normal? Because you don't understand. You literally sit there and from a healthy side of relationships where you were growing up with the tools and every bit of like your parents maybe had a functional relationship. You don't know what the fuck you're even talking about or looking at when you look at me and Drew and don't know how we could not see it's dysfunctional. For me, I'm learning it as I go. And I'm sitting here like, this just doesn't feel right. But then like when I was a kid, like I was forced to see that this is the only way. So it's like, okay, but now as an adult, when I act out the same way and I see how it affects the people around me, like I'm trying to wipe my camera off. It's not any better. It just doesn't feel right, especially when it comes to like with our kids. And I don't want to just like get on here and just put all of our bullshit out there, especially because like, well, to me, I could give a fuck. If Drew wants to sit there and be like, well, Stephanie does this, Stephanie does that, Stephanie, go ahead. Because like I said a million fucking times, if there's something I need to work on, I'd rather somebody tell me than just have it against me and just not tell me.
She goes on to say how Drew, he doesn't take accountability for anything.
I want to be accountable and I want to work on my actions. Opposite for him. He does not ever want to be held accountable for anything he does, and he doesn't see. In fact, like when I say like, hey, why would we try to parent like that? He said, well, can't I ever just do things the way I want to do them? And like, I'm always just being stripped down to the way I do stuff. If that's how you see it, bro, go. Like literally, this is where I'm at with this, is that I get...
Stephanie went and she dropped a crazy bomb on us. And the bomb is that she attempted to leave, all right? Obviously with the kids, and that was about a month ago. But Drew went and was like, no, don't go nowhere. Let's work shit out.
I get tired of people acting like I'm just sitting here so drawn into him and so like stuck that I wouldn't give my kids another opportunity. I tried to fucking leave, like, I don't know, a little over a month ago. And he asked me to stay and asked me to continue working on our stuff. And I just keep wondering why.
She caught him, okay, talking to females in his DMs.
Wish for my life right now. I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
How do you have time to read? Literally, guys, you go into his messages on TikTok. Not one is unread. I have 900 and something unread. I don't have the time to sit there and read through every message, but he sits and reads every message, and 90% of them come from women who are thirsty. What are you doing reading all that if you're actually satisfied in the relationship you're in? I can't stomach it because it does not make any sense to me. How many things he'll do that don't show a true level of commitment, and then he sits back and tells me, "Don't leave." No, I'm all for this, and like makes me feel so like I'm the one in the wrong for even questioning it.
So basically, he's emotionally cheating so far. Yeah, we're about to find out really soon that he's really cheating. Probably physically already has been doing so with a co-worker or maybe one of these thirsty chicks, right?
And then as far as like, oh, he's sleeping on the couch, that's by choice, okay? Because I have been bed sharing with the two younger for a while now, and by the time he gets home, there's not much space left in the bed, and he's like, well, I'd rather just sleep on the couch than try to squeeze my way into the bed with my family. That's on him. He doesn't... I never said you couldn't get back in the bed. And in fact, when he was home the other night and we all went to bed together, I slept halfway on that pile of stuff that's like my clothes and all the sample stuff. Halfway on that, so there was space for him to be on the bed with us. But like in the morning he was like, oh, you look like you slept good. That's the kind of shit that I'm like, really, bro? You seen I was sleeping half on stuff, and your interpretation of how my night was you slept good. Shows how much you pay the fuck attention to me. Like, I toss in between it because people aren't blind. They see a disconnect and they see what's going on because he posts things so separate.
Drew has been sleeping on the couch because obviously he doesn't want nothing to do with her. Let's talk about that. When your man goes and starts sleeping on the couch and it's becoming a regular habit, you guys are done with. You guys are done with. I bet you most likely they're not making love either. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that I can go on about. But if you know, you know. If you're a grown woman, you know. If you have intuition, which is something we were all given, but we have to tap into, then you would know. They're like, they've been over. They've been over, I think, 2 years ago. Like, and it's just, oh God, they're settling for less, both of them. She went on to talk about, she's brought this up before, that Drew doesn't want to go and do family content. She's always asking him, you know, she's saying like, I have funny ideas and stuff like that, and that she runs it by him, and he doesn't want to do it.
Content, it would look a hell of a lot different. And I've said that multiple times too, because he keeps saying, well, I just got to keep grinding and keep grinding. And he stays in this like almost like victimization of I have to stay on the same role. When I say, okay, we're on social media. We got an opportunity that a lot of people don't get. And if we would actually play the fucking cards right, it's all there. All the opportunity is right the fuck there. And he's just like, yeah, eventually. And just never does any of these freaking videos with me. I have endless couple videos and just goofy ass things that I've been like, can we do it? Never.
And she's going to get some people offended with this, you know what I'm saying? Because according to her, Drew is very attached and his favorite is Nova. And he doesn't give a crap, a shit about none of the other kids, all right? According to Stephanie, he's just like really attached to Nova, and that's, you know, what do they say? Daddy's little girl.
This is what I keep going back to. It's like, I don't understand how a dad can be a freaking girl father and mistreat the woman they're with. For multiple different reasons. For one, your daughters are a reflection of your wife. So how can you sit there and have a better relationship with only the youngest than you do the rest of your family? Like I used to watch those shows, you know, where it'd be like, Black Daddy is just like extra with his baby girl. And like, I get it. And it was like, to some degree, you just swallowed it as a normal. But then when you see it as your reality, it's like, why are you favoritism when there's the rest of these kids that it deserve just as much attention? And I'm sorry that my words are starting to jumble together because I'm starting to get like thirsty and tired.
She was basically saying that, listen, Drew is attached to Nova, that's Daddy's little girl, and she mentioned that he's not like that with Addie and her other daughter. He doesn't show that favoritism, whatever like that. But you know what? I mean, that happens because biologically, those are not his kids. Yes, he's been in the picture for several years now, whatever like that. But I'm saying, you know, those are not his kids. That happens. That's like proven. That shit, that's psychology, you know? Thank God the Cinderella effect is not taking place. If you don't know what that is, I suggest you go and Google it. One thing that she said really blew my fucking mind, because this woman is clearly showing and telling us, hey, I have an opportunity to go somewhere else with my kids, but Drew is holding me back, and I'm refusing to do better for my children because I want to chase after him, knowing that this is leading nowhere.
Hallelujah. I had to go like a month ago because I mentioned this. There is somewhere me and the kids could be, and it provide some stability while we figure out the next housing opportunity. And it's just like, no, because that's separating the family, and that's I don't fucking get it. Why, if you know there's somewhere that your family would be more comfortable, would you not want them there? Again, that's where I question, does he actually have the same level of genuine care? Because I point out things that could make a difference, that could be a better opportunity, and it's just oh, cool, not really gonna happen. Why?
Refusing to go to another shelter. Are you serious? Because you want to listen to a bum?
I've always been delusional.
Not putting your children in front of a man. And this is why you will continue to get bad karma. Because you know what you're doing is wrong, Stephanie, and you're continuing to do it. He's basically using Stephanie. He got no place to go, and that's what he does. He goes around and he finds chicks that are stupid. You know what I'm saying? He gives them the you-know-what. And he looks like he's horrible at it. But anyways, I don't know. They fall in love with something, right? It took our leader. She fell in love with something. This one, Desiree, fell in love, you know, and now Stephanie. So I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something to them. And that's what he does. And he just found a sucker, basically, in Stephanie. But it's really crazy to hear a mother say that she can get an apartment. She could have been had an apartment, a home. He can go and stay somewhere like in a crack motel, like they're staying in by himself, which is way cheaper. Deshaun is good, okay? His mother has primary custody. So that's less of, you know, issues that they have to deal with, because they were dealing with a lot when it came to that whole custody battle, whatever. That's one less mouth to feed. Like, I'm not being cold-hearted. It's the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need us to really understand what she's saying.
She pissed me off with that one. Then she goes on to talk about how she's stuck at the motel. Her, the kids, they have nothing to do. They're there all day long, and that Drew basically, he doesn't want to take her anywhere.
Why? Okay, so I mentioned, like, if we're gonna be stuck here, again, through the fucking summer, through the kids' birthdays, can we at least go stay somewhere decent, like once or twice a month? And you're just like, maybe. Why, bro? What is the hesitation to create more meaningful memories for your family than being stuck in this fucking motel room? And that's another thing. It's like, I'm here all the fucking time. Why would you not think about that? Who does that? That right there is making me about to cry, because I would never just shove him in a fucking motel room and not be like, baby, you want to get out once a day? And then every time I try to go, it's an issue. I have to have the car back. Or when the car comes back, I've done something wrong. Or you drop crumbs all over this. You did this and you did...
It looks like it's going to be a shitty summer for them. They're going to be locked in there, and then they have to endure, like, having to celebrate the other kids' birthdays, you know, inside of here. But you know what? Like, now that she went and said that, that really pissed me off. Like, this is crazy. Did anybody else catch that when she said it? She has another place to go. I seen TikTok videos as soon as, like, she went on live, and none of y'all went and spoke about how she literally said she can go and get a home way faster and go to a shelter where they'll help her and it's more comfortable and they have better resources. But she's deciding to stay with Drew. Like, what the fuck? That's insane. That is insane. And she's choosing that. That's like neglecting your children. Like, that's so horrible. You'd rather stay where you're at than get your ass up, leave that man, and go do better for your kids. That goes to show a lot about you as a human being, a woman, and a mother. It's just one thing after another with her. And then she wonders why, right? And then we're the bullies for pointing out the truth. Unbelievable. Leave a comment. I'll be back with another video.